Hey y'all, Jack, we got cut off. We had got cut off. Now look, gang, we gotta get straight to the T. Before I play this video, we gotta get straight to the T. Like I said, when the police was in the kitchen doing the investigation, the timestamp is gonna be off 5 hours. The rest of the footage gonna be off 2 hours. The investigator paperwork when they come back to Kenneka phone is going to be off 6 hours. Get that a clear understanding. The footage of the police claiming to do investigation with Kenneka in the freezer, that footage is off 5 hours on the timestamp. The rest of the footage is off 2 hours. When it comes to the paperwork, to Kenneka phone, the call logs, that's going to be off 6 hours. So once you got that clear understanding, put it like this. You remember when Kenneka sent a text to her sister at 1:20? They told us a lie in the beginning to match up what they told her. What if Trey Gang tell you knock that off 6 hours? Since we were knocking it off 5 hours, knock it off 6. Now you will understand why she was sending a text message to her sister at 12 something. At 12:20, and that's why they was already explaining how Kenneka came out the room at 1 something, already missing. So that's finna expose Irene live video, cause now they just exposed that live one at 1:36, like what they told us in the beginning. See what I'm saying, gang? Did you hear what I just said? And I put the footage together, right? Don't y'all remember when they showed Bree in the beginning leaving the hotel at 2:28? Y'all remember that in the beginning? And we was like, okay, Bree leaving. And they also showed Kenneka leaving out the elevators at 2:24, 4 minutes before Bree leave, right? I mean at 2:26 when Bree leave, and Kenneka 2 minutes. So check this out to make a clear understanding. That's why they had Bree leaving and showing Kenneka coming out the elevator, and also showing Bree coming back in, and Kenneka still would be roaming the halls. See what I'm saying? So now look, gang, everybody thumb your boy up. Everybody thumb your boy up and get everybody in here. All right. So since I told y'all of the timeline, watch how this video finna make sense. Cause now it's finna prove that, oh, round 12 some, it was going down. Mm-hmm. So watch how the footage finna look now, since you know what time it is. Now, when you go back to the reports, look what it's saying now. Now you see what it's saying now. Now we were going by the reports off 5 hours university time, but it's really 6 hours off. So this means all these text messages at 12 some, that's why they already contacting Leonora and telling her she already outside the room. So they just proved that Irene lie was way before 136. Way before 136. Now, remember what Franz Cave in the letter told me what he said? At 12 something what he saw Kenneka? Now let's go back to the footage. That's why he running at 12 o'clock. That's why he will be already running if nothing didn't happen yet.
Occurred and how it can be prevented. What's most concerning about this case right now from our perspective is the Crown Plaza knew immediately, not many hours later, immediately. She was reported by her friends and then her family, and her family was there at the Crown Plaza on at least 3 occasions, camping out to the point where the Crown Plaza called the police on the family.
12:10. That why he said that.
Kenneka's gone.
How's she going? We got her keys on our phone.
That's what I'm like. How's she going that fast though? That's what I'm saying, y'all. Just literally just like 30 seconds, I'll say. Left while I put her. Come back in without 30 seconds. She gone.
Whoa, you said at this time, that's the security guard.
And mama ain't gotta beg us. We all know something is wrong. She doesn't have to beg. She's asked for help enough times.
And everything I stated since day one is there.
Every single day we've been, listen to this. Every day that we've come out here, something new has been revealed. Every day. We get a new angle, a new clue, a new family member, something new every day.
Exactly. And let them know that is not me on that video y'all fighting. If I be out here, yeah, think I'm gonna lie, somebody did it. But thank y'all, though. That wasn't me. Yeah. It's a lot of stuff.
They try to discredit and no, don't be distracted. Mama ain't fighting. Look, we done had a whole lot of reasons to fight out here, but mama ain't letting us fight.
Look, y'all see
Doors in
this
the
at
kitchen were open.
12:33.
They locked them.
You said that you haven't decided.
12:33 gang. Look. 12:33. Now when you go back to the look, that's why they cut the cameras off at 12:30 something in the kitchen. Bye y'all. That's why the camera was skipping. Boom, you see that? That's why the camera was skipping. 12:35, right? I told y'all. So now you know they were cutting the cameras off in the kitchen on the lower level because she finna come down there. Cause this what the footage finna show, right? What was the security? Look, he on the move. Bree finna come. We already seen Bree leave round about this time. Watch this game. 12:41.
How are you doing, first of all?
And Bree got the keys.
What do you hope will come of this lawsuit?
Justice. Answers.
Really?
I'm seeking for answers. Answers, you know, in trying to find my daughter. I have not received help until now.
let's be clear. When Teresa indicates she's seeking answers, Teresa was notified by Kenneka's friends at 4:30 in the morning. Kenneka had been walked out of the room about 2:30, and so the hotel was on notice.
Now, when he said Miss Teresa was notified at 4:30, and also the hotel was notified at 2:30. If you add Miss Teresa 4:30 with that 2:30, both of them gonna be at 2:30. But look, keep this in mind. This why they gonna say at 2:30, cause look, the girl come up missing at 12 something out that room. Once she came at 12 something out that room, look at the timestamp on the video. Look what's happening in 30 minutes. That means that's when she actually came out the room. See that? That's why they on Kenneka's phone explain to her sister who all at the party drinking drunk. Now everybody cool, nobody drunk and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Who was all in the room that wasn't supposed to be there? And remind y'all, Bree gone. So if you got all the cameras cutting off, you don't think Bree left out that hotel, walked around in the back of the building, and went in that kitchen? Hello? It's on the footage. The time skips give you the trail. It's like walking in the mud. It's like walking in the mud. You know, if you walk in the mud, you can find where a person was walking at, right? So that means look at the footprints at the time skip on all the cameras. You can be like, oh, they're moving this way. Then once you'll be like, oh, now this other, if they finna just say like if I'm walking through the lobby, know the time finna skip before I get to the lobby. So boom, you looking at the time skip, but the other camera that I'm finna be seen on next, that's cutting that when I turn the hall go down the food court house, that's finna skip too. So keep following the time skip. You see what I'm saying? And then look what's going on in 30 minutes. Kenneka already out the room in 30 minutes. At one some, she already out the room.
At about 2:30, because the friends first went to the hotel, said, our friend is missing, she's in the hotel somewhere. Then the family became involved, Teresa. They started to call the hotel. They showed up at the hotel numerous times. They showed up at the hotel so many times that the hotel called the police on the family.
Told you.
So when Teresa's commenting about finding out what happened, to this day, the hotel hasn't adequately explained why. Because she was there so many times over a period of...
What was going on at 1237? Front desk 1237. Bruh, look how everything playing out now. All because I caught Bree. Boom, look, friends K, look, 1237. And keep this in mind, look where he coming from. Y'all know he came from room 9, on the 11th floor. Round about this time on the 11th floor. Boom. Notice you don't see the translator no more. Check this out. Now you see why he will be going down there when they already cut the cameras off in the kitchen. You see that? He know the camera is cut off in the kitchen. That's why he down there, cause we just all witnessed the time stamp when the cameras turned off. Now you see he got a motive in his mind. He got something on his mind. So look, just like what Straight Drop said, yeah, when it was going down. Boom, so now look, now we know every camera is off from, look, an hour. An hour, gang. Just like I said, at 12 something, and finna go, so that finna be 12:30 going on 1. So that means Kenneka was missing at 12 something. She would be in that kitchen for an hour. And when we seen the guests were walking in that hallway and looked over their stair railings, that's when they seen a struggle. So that means that's when the struggle happened. Whatever happened to her, a struggle took place right at 1:30, an hour later. And that's when they said Kenneka will be fighting off people at this time and making it to the parking lot. What? What? We right on cue. 109, Jack. 109. That's why he already was over there at 140. And keep this in mind, this what was throwing me, y'all. When they go to back to Irene live, I was still going with 136. And I should have knocked her time off. Now since I knocked her time off, look what's going on. So now we got another hour. So that's been 2 hours already. This at 2:39. Now you know why he would need freezer keys. Exactly at 2:39. Got him. Now you know why he would need freezer keys at 2:39. And check this out. And then this when Miss Teresa calling the hotel. So now let's look what they were doing at the front desk at 110. And that's why he making duplicated keys. And First K finna come and get those duplicated keys. Movement. You see, it ain't no guess movement. Think about what Tay Zonday said. What was going on in this particular time frame. And the police was already there around 1 something. Going on 2. Look. So 2 hours. Check this out. Since Miss Teresa was calling the hotel at 2 some, Irene said I last saw her at 2 some too. Guess what this will be showing, what Irene will be showing her at. Now look, if he on the phone with somebody, I don't think it might be Miss Teresa, but it's at 1 some, at 120. He will be on the front desk phone exactly at 119. Now, y'all remember when Andrew Holmes said she would be walking in the front of the lobby exactly at 3:20? Now look, and the lobby footage is skipped. It's skipped 1 minute. But this junk still rolling. But they said Kenneka supposed to be walking through this lobby, right? So when Andrew tried to lie and say, yeah, she was seen in the lobby at 1:20. It might was at 12:20. That's the only time she would be seen in the lobby. Y'all see how he looked? Y'all see how he looked it? Look. That's when the time skipped in the lobby. Look. This when the time skipped. The time skipped in the lobby just then. See that? So this at 1:20. Now you see why he would be, cause look, whatever is happening to Kenneka, cause look, if she came out the room at 12 some, it's going on an hour later. Now they said 1:30. She already been out the room for an hour. Then French Cave claiming that he was back there watching the surveillance footage. Round about this time, maybe 1 or 2 Trey Gang, I don't know, but we were watching the surveillance footage. But look what the front desk doing at the same time. See, French K just didn't know that I really have figured it out if I would have just knocked 2 hours out instead of 1 hour. So now look what he would be doing on the computer tomorrow. So that means y'all were looking out for each other when it came to Kenneka. Because everybody would still be in the room just like the police report said. You see that? Just like the police report said. Where y'all was at around about this time, we was still in the room. Oh yeah? Yeah, what y'all was doing? We was in there partying, doing drugs. Oh yeah? But I need you to tell one little white lie. What's that? Say she's still in the room around about that time. Okay, she was still in the room. Happy and partying. Talking about, yeah, shorty, it's your birthday. Now look what will be going on at 3 o'clock. At 3 o'clock. Look what Shemaya finna do. So that means whatever they was doing in the pool, they was still doing it. They was still doing it.
911, where's the address emergency?
Hi, my name is Rashko. I'm calling from the Crown Plaza, Chicago again. I have 3 ladies in the lobby who claimed that their sister apparently was here, but didn't show up, didn't get home. And I'm not getting really any much information. She was not registered guest. They said that she was at a friend's, and now she didn't show up. I don't know if maybe somebody got stopped by.
Wait, so all right, so what's exactly going on? You said the three women showed up and they're looking for someone that isn't there?
Yeah, 3 young ladies. They said that they're looking for her sister, and they claimed that their sister stayed with somebody who was here last night, but apparently she didn't show up home yet, and they think that she got lost or something. I don't know what their reasons are.
Well, I mean, are they causing you any sort of disturbance? Are they fighting with you? Are they?
No, they cannot find that. They seem to be concerned, and I would like to help them, but they really don't. At this point, I don't know how I can help them.
Well, in that instance, sir, if you want, sir, you can give them our address, and they can come into the station. They can speak with an officer.
Okay, and then your address is down on the Twee?
No, Devon Avenue, 9501 West Devon Avenue.
9501 West Devon. Okay, very good. Thank you.
You're very welcome. Bye.
That's why he called the police. Now y'all will understand why the sheriff would be in the kitchen with Risco round about this time, while Miss Teresa would be on the phone with the police.
201. 225 the lobby for a station report to be a missing person from the Crown Plaza.
101 out at 5440 River Road on call.
201, 10-4.
I'll be closing out within a second.
201, 10-4.
What time? 201, 10-4.
And that's why they will be telling the sheriff, you got the roll. Now now look.
I'm calling from the Crown Plaza, Chicago. Here, I was wondering if it would be possible to go to Officer Kettenbell, to start number 1422, and if not, maybe you can help me.
What's this regarding?
Well, we're just responding on the report of the missing person who apparently or allegedly was last seen.
Y'all look, I'm glad that you brought that up, Catherine Lewis, when you said France K was running outside the hotel in the old footage. Now I'm so glad that you mentioned that, because I'm gonna go to his letter right quick and I'm gonna show you. You need a thumbs up, Jack. You need a thumbs up. All right. I'm finna show you. Cause you remember what he said in the paperwork. Well, not the paperwork, but the letter he sent me. And what he had said about the parking lot. Hold on. Is this it? Watch this. I gotta go before that.
We still being.
What?
Hold on. Now look, watch this. Check this out. Here go the letter. You just seen the video Trey Gang just put together. And I was hoping that when I put it together, I hope the people will understand what's really going on. He said right here at 12 something. Watch this. I proceeded to go to the room. His cameras on every floor, blah, blah, blah. He stepped off the elevator. He let you know who he bumping into. And guess what time this will be at? 12 something. Just like when I showed you on the footage. So the first time y'all saw him running, 12 something. Ain't nobody running that fast for no noise complaint. Cause look, when he gets up there, he tell me, look, it's a noise complaint. And he said the cameras were intentionally turned off on the 9th, 11th, and the 6th floor and the lower level. I'ma explain later. Now look, you see how he put that in quotation mark? He said, I'ma explain that later. Guess what Trey Gang was showing you where he was going? On the footage, at what time? And what he was doing on the footage. Not only that, he said when he got off the elevator, he saw the dudes and with 2 black hoodies and a red hoodie standing in that room 926, blah, blah, told him about the noise complaint. This is going to be round 12 something. So watch this. Let's keep reading. He said he saw Irene. She said she going to calm everybody down in the room. So watch this. He said he noticed a girl on the bed asleep, but didn't think nothing suspicious because she had all her clothes on and the room looked normally. At 12 something, watch this. And think about what Irene said. Kenneka was laying on me sleep. Kenneka would be laying on me sleep. So now we got a timeline when this will be going down. Who will be bringing her out the room, right? Cause watch this. He said he returned to the lobby. He didn't write no incident report down. We saw that on the footage. Watch this. He said he don't know where to start. Maybe an hour or two later on the 9th floor, they were watching the camera. You know what you saw on the footage, right? He told Risco and them, he said Risco turning the cameras off and all of this stuff. And he also said, hey, before, look what will be on the footage at 12 something. Now watch this. This at 12:01. See that? And he ran down her for this.
Occurred and how it can be prevented. What's most concerning about this case right now from our perspective is the Crown Plaza knew immediately, not many hours later, immediately. She was reported by her friends and then her family, and her family was there at the Crown Plaza on at least 3 occasions camping out to the point where the Crown Plaza called the police on the family.
He even told you, bruh. He even said minutes. She was already who would be reporting her missing in minutes after she came up missing? Family and friends. Remind y'all, Friends K said, look, when I went up there, took a couple of puff off the weed, and she was on the bed sleep, I went down to the office, but I ain't writing no incident report down because nothing didn't happen yet. Now, keep it right there. Nothing didn't happen yet. So, this is what he tried to do. He tried to do this. Oh, maybe an hour later, Trey Gang, that's when we were watching the cameras, and that's when they snatch her in the lobby, on the 9th floor. But in reality, when you listen to the story, what he said, I was watching the camera and I seen that. That's when I went upstairs and to go find her. But when I went upstairs, knocked on the 6th floor though, they said boom, then I bumped in to Bree and them on the 9th floor, to the Sousa and them on the 9th floor, and then I was finna go outside to the parking lot till I got a radio call saying, come to the pool quick from Lennon. So guess what he did? Instead of saying an hour later, not an hour later, we still keeping that time rolling. Cause this the only time that I'm finna see you go out in the parking lot and turn back around. So that means when you went to that parking lot like this, real, they go Puckett, they go the family. They finna go out in the parking lot.
Kenneka gone.
How's she going? We got her keys in our phone.
That's what I'm like. How she going that fast though? That's what I'm saying, y'all. Just like 30 seconds. I'll say left while I put her. Come back in without 30 seconds. She gone.
Whoa! You said at this time. That's the security guard.
And mama ain't gotta beg us. We all know something is wrong. She doesn't have to beg. She's asked for help enough times.
And everything I stated since day one is there.
Every single day we've been, listen to this. Every day that we've come out here, something new.
Now y'all see when he came back in? That's the only time I seen Friends K walk out the building. Well, that ain't the first time I saw him. When he first got there, he made a permanent check. So whatever he said in the letter, listen to what he said. You said you went out in the parking lot. Before you finna go out and search for her in the parking lot, you get a call saying, come to the pool quick. But you want me to believe that was an hour later. Cause the reason why you sent me this letter, cause look at the timestamp what it say on top of the screen, gang. Don't it say 2:17? And when I was telling everybody it was an hour off, now we going back to 117. So that's why he started out the letter with tonight. Yeah, when I went up there to the room, she was on the bed, sleep, and had all her clothes on. And yeah, Trey Gang, and this thing, you know, an hour or two later before I went in the parking lot to get the call from Risco and them telling me I come to the pool. And then what we just saw. So that's when I was going out with 1 hour time stamp. But when I knocked it 2 off, man, you can't tell me this a major receipt. You see what I'm saying? Now you see that? Since he knew that I knew to go back an hour, he hit me with the letter and try to go along with my hour theory, knowing it was all 2 hours. Cause look what he would be showing in 2 hours. Kenneka came up missing out the room, just like Shiloh said. She was laying next to me on the bed sleep. She was laying next to me on the bed sleep. But the whole time they was lying about the timestamp, because you gotta lie about the timestamp, because who you will be recovering for. At that time, friends came into management. Then we know in TY lie, we heard these people talking about sleepy tea when the girl took a sip of the drink. Sleepy tea. So then you got the manager come to the door, don't call the cops. And next thing you know, that was all at 12 something. Now that was at 12 something. Now if that was at 12 something, won't all of this match up? It fit like a glove. It fit like a glove, bro. Look.
Has been revealed. Every day, we get a new angle, a new clue, a new family member, something new every day.
Exactly. And let them know that is not me on that video y'all fighting. If I be out here, yeah, they got up on last, somebody did it. But thank y'all.
That's why they showed Bree. Look, y'all see this? That's why Bree will be leaving at 12:30 something with the car keys. And this when Bree look, make it so bad. This when they was showing Kenneka was getting off on the elevator in the beginning. Everybody saw the one time the timestamp said Kenneka got off on the elevator in the beginning. It wasn't at no 3:24. It was at 2:24. Right? So when they released that video, then they showing Bree in the lobby leaving round about the same time. Guess what they showing you? She actually left round about the same time with Bree. And them folks had to straighten that up. They had to straighten that part up. How would you have Kenneka getting off on the elevator with Bree leaving at the same time? That just showed us Bree and Kenneka had to be on the same elevator. Cause not forget, if I have the elevator footage, the 36-hour jump, look how many times the door opened up before Kenneka got off the elevator. That jump at least opened up about 5-6 times before anybody got off of it. Y'all forgot about that? Go back to the elevator footage and just sit there and just watch that footage. Look how many doors they finna open up. So somebody was all on the elevator, bro. And then look, since we know that Bree just left, Kenneka would just be getting off on the elevators, and this is not at 2:32. This would be at 12:32. No wonder why they saying Kenneka was already missing at 12 something on her phone. On her phone. It didn't make sense to me then, but it makes sense to me now. No wonder why she would be missing at 12 something. Look who playing the major role, Friends K.
That wasn't me. Yeah. It's a lot of stuff.
They
That
trying to
was just
discredit
like,
and no, don't be distracted. Mama ain't fighting. Look, we done had a whole lot of reasons to fight out here, but Mama ain't letting us fight.
Now y'all see that?
Doors in the kitchen were open. They locked them like they should have been locked. They locked the freezer, and unfortunately they locked Kenneka into the freezer and resulted in her death.
You say that you haven't decided.
That's why they shut the kitchen down at 12:30 something. That's when they finna bring Kenneka in. So they gonna be a look. Just say it was going down in here for a whole hour to a guest was roaming the halls. Cause remind y'all, the guests that were roaming the hall down food court hall, those two girls and that man, the person that looked over the staircase railing, we know that's at 131. So that means soon when a fault broke out somewhere in the kitchen, that's when Bree got out of there. Pow! You see what I'm saying? Cause she came back in the hotel hiking it. Y'all don't look, y'all don't worry about Keon Harvey. Don't worry about him. While he talking about, oh my God, you still talk about this case? Look how many lives you done joined just to say this shit. I mean, Lord, please, you keeping up though. You know what I'm talking about? But I appreciate the views in the comment because now you just boost my algorithm up a little bit. Appreciate that, Keon Harvey. Y'all clap it up for Keon Harvey, Jack. Damn it. God damn it, Jack. Man, look, if you keep this up, man, you gonna win you reward on this channel. We gotta give you a Thunder Booty trophy, you know what I'm talking about? Cause you would be the biggest Thunder Booty on the platform, you know what I'm talking about? Y'all give it up for the biggest Thunder Booty in the world. Alright. So now look, gang, check this out. Now let's get back to spilling the tea. So look. Now we know they turned those cameras off. Kenneka would be in the kitchen. That means a fault broke out at 1:30. A fault broke out at 1:30. And the witnesses heard that when they were walking down the food court hall. You see what I'm saying? Remind y'all Rebel TV. Let me go to Rebel TV right quick. I gotta go to Rebel TV and stuff. Alright, Rebel TV. I don't want to see no more Kilo Brown. Every time, man, I seen Kilo Brown face with no filter on it, man, I've been seeing Cookie Monsters ever since, Jack. Oh my God, another Cookie Monster, you know what I'm talking about? Everybody know what the Cookie Monster is, you know what I'm talking about? Yup. But I ain't gonna say too much. I ain't gonna say too much, gang, cause you know they already hate me and trying to assassinate me, you know what I'm talking about? So let's go to Rebel TV, right? When Rebel TV made the video about the people walking over there. Where that video at? Hold on, 3 who told them to go right there. Look, this it right here, gang. Right here. Now y'all remember this? She heard something. They would be right at 131. And then look, and make it so bad, whatever was going on down there, Bree will be walking in the lobby. Well, she would be skipping in the lobby where she was walking fast. And then look, I just showed y'all what the front desk would be doing round about that time. So if anything, look, what footage he would be watching if everybody would be in the room. He would be watching employee areas. He will be communicating with who? Security. Because he's showing you he's communicating with security. And once he communicating with security, it's like they're giving him, you know what I'm saying, instruction about the computer system. You see what I'm saying? Look. They look over the railing. So something was going on at that time. And you got to realize Kenneka been down here for an hour. So she probably found some strength to fight somebody off. That's why they try to make it look like, yeah, Monifa, when she came up missing, you was still in the room partying. So boom, that's why they showing her round about this time, walking. Like, ain't nobody doing nothing, you know, nah, whatever you seen on the food court hall, nah, she was just simply walking down here. Man, that's a lot. And then look, this will be at 12:31. Just to begin with. So when you watch the footage and got to understand it, they let you know Kenneka was missing for 2 hours with the staff, bruh. She was missing for 2 hours with the staff, gang, while everybody was still in the room. And when they unlied to her, that's when they came back in the room and got them and said, oops, I bad. Look. So showing her walking on the footage. Or at least have somebody playing that role. Cause you look. You better have somebody playing Kenneka. If Kenneka can't walk in that hall by herself, you better have her looking like round about this time. Cause at this point, Kenneka could have a busted mouth, tooth knocked out, her all over her head and everything. And missing clothes. Missing clothes, bro. Look. So if she was missing it an hour before this, look where she was at. They was playing all those pillows and blankets that's in the kitchen. They was playing the Chris A video, the one Straight Drive released about Chris A, that they was in that freezer room and Kenneka laying on that dirty floor and that dude sitting on that chair. See what I'm saying? So now look. So you better show her walking around about this time. And this how you know that Leonora got something to do with it. Cause she trying to convince everybody live when it come to T.Y. Rolling and Irene video, and you want us to believe these bogus timelines, they just confirm This ain't accusing you. This confirming. You was in on the plot, Jack. You was in on the plot. No doubts about that. No wonder since Miss Teresa knew who she was last with. She got a finger to point at now. Now you got a lawsuit. What? What? She knew who her daughter was last with. Mm-hmm. Look. That's why Straight Drop talking about there's no pool. Now you see whose side he was on. That just exposed Straight Drop even more. That shows you he was working with the hotel and the police department. Him and Greg Hughes. Him and Greg Hughes. Hi, y'all. All right. Hold on, let's go to when he said, watch this. I got to go, when he was talking about Bree. I think it's gonna be around this part. Once he figured, look, you can tell River TV figured something out about Bree, cause he mentioned Bree name when it came to this. Look. So check this out. You want to know what the cold part about this? Since we got an accurate timestamp, y'all remember I said, look, y'all, I saw people running in the parking lot. And this was round about 4-something going on 5. 4-something going on 5. That's when I was looking at the timestamp on the footage. Since we know it's all 2 hours, if I saw that at 4-something on the footage, and if I'm not 2 hours off, now you will understand why they would be running in the parking lot at 2-something. Y'all. At 2-something, bruh. And guess who Kenneka will be with? Staff members, right? Guess what Miss Teresa did and threw a shot? Yeah, how my daughter get out there and never told nobody. Yeah, Miss Teresa, why you ain't show us? You know, you gotta know something. You saying all of these things and we want to see this on the footage. You see what I'm saying? Don't forget about that. That's what you get when you talk too much. And when you think the people still blinded to the fact that you saying this stuff because you knew the people was blinded. And you thought you could get away with those slick words. Yeah, we got it back, Jack. We got it back. So now look. Boom. Let's go to the footage. Ooh, and this, he got it right on the same time frame, Jack. We need to go in this time frame. This is where we need to be at, right around here. Cause he tracking they move. This is what will be going on at 3 o'clock in the morning.
And she glanced over there herself. Which I'm still believing that she already know what's going on, because when Monifa first glancing at that window of Southwest entry, Bree didn't even look. Bree was just walking behind Monifa. But I ain't gonna put it on you, baby. I ain't gonna put it on you.
See that?
Just know that a nigga is watching.
Paya on Bree
I ain't
Bree.
gonna put it on you. But we seen what we just seen, my nigga.
Talking about Bree Bree.
We seen what we just seen. Y'all want to play games with a nigga and shit. I like a nigga ain't.
Now y'all see how it's crystal clear? Y'all see how it's crystal clear on the parking lot footage? Bruh, I'll do anything for this footage right now. I'll do anything for the footage right now. Revel TV is all we got right now. If we could get up with him, gang, he got the footage. Bro, we can solve this case right now with other receipts. Look, y'all want to know what I saw roundabout in this time frame? Now look, ask yourself, look, when the sun rise, find out when the sun rise. Then you will discover, be like, wait a minute, why is daylight saving time at the front door, but the back door still dark? Oh! Oh! Y'all remember when Mitch Teresa? But look, if you see when Mitch Teresa came in, it was kind of little lighting out there a little bit, right? But if you look at that back door, look at the back door when the sun rises at that back door. That's how you know the camera was off. That's how I would look. I was like, wait a minute, man. Look.
Or a nigga, oh, he just fabricating. Or he just this. Or he just that. Yeah, y'all try Trey game with that shit. You ain't finna try me with that fuck shit. You ain't finna try me with that fuck shit. And I ain't saying that man soft for no shit like that. I'm just saying y'all be really fucking trying that man, bruh. Try me on the bullshit, cause I'm gonna break the motherfucker down on your ass too. Y'all see it with your own fucking two eyes. And guess what? All this was appointed because of that motherfucking email that Trey Gaines say somebody sent him, bruh. So if that email ain't true, guess what? It's some truth in it, and we found it.
And then what make it so bad, he got the footage. That's the only reason why he back at Trey Gang up. Cause look what the letter got him focusing on now. They goddamn parking lot. Ooh, that parking lot. And then check it out. If Revel, look, I bet you Revel TV already know what happened and figured the case out. But if he find out that the time is off 2 hours, he probably already know. You know what I'm saying? Because he might know before I do, because, you know, he from out that area anyway. You know what I'm talking about? So now look what he got him focusing on. The back door and the parking lot.
We found it.
And look, if you go back to the lobby footage,
we found it.
If you go back to the lobby footage, watch how dark it is on the lobby footage when you're looking through the doors. And look at this timestamp. Hi-yow. 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 Now you know when it's daylight saving time. Cause look how it look according to their footage. I don't know. The parking lot is the key footage.
So what you got to say about that shit? Pause that.
Now look at it 5-something in the morning.
Like I say, I ain't gonna do y'all like that. Y'all already know what time it is, so we just gonna go ahead on straight to it. Ain't no sense of playing it all the way through no more. Look, they ain't even starting that motherfucking window no more. Now Monifa on the phone. Oh, now y'all want to wait on Bree Bree.
And what Cashetic said.
That's probably who she on the phone with.
Who got caught in the act.
But she off the phone now, ain't it? Yeah, she off the phone now, so that's probably who she was on the phone with. Girl, come on. You see what I'm saying? Again, we can't get the Food Court Hall West footage from over there. So they sitting over there discussing something, or they might be looking in the motherfucking window, trying to confirm the shit to Bree Bree. Who knows? But they taking a mighty long time to come from over there. I know that. Huh? I know that. I'm gonna let that play on through. 10 Hut, motherfucker. 10 Hut, motherfucker.
And this is when you finna start seeing people running from the parking lot.
That's called busted, bitch.
See that?
Game over.
It's over with. Don't y'all remember? Look, you see them running out the parking lot?
Game over.
See that? This is the reason why he's saying game over, game. Only people that watch the footage know this. The reason why it's game over, you're gonna see them run on the footage just like you saw them. But you would have saw other people running this way, jumping in the car, running back and forth this way. That's why he got these two footage lined up. Cause anything come this way, he gonna see it through the window. Just say like this how a regular person will watch. They can be like, well, I don't see no movement on this footage, so it ain't worth. But if you know what exactly looking for, you got your areas locked right here. You already got the areas locked at the security booth. You already know what's going on there. Now since you got them running and you know why they running, and then you got the letter talking about in the pool. So when you watch this footage, only thing you need to be watching is the back door. Cause this footage is gonna let you know, boom, they walking down through here. They ain't gonna come through this door and walk in the hotel. They gonna be all on their phone and walking through here. And make it so bad when they do that, you can actually identify the car that pulled up back here and drove back here. And drove back here. Do you see what I'm saying? Look, watch this. Again. Hold on. Right here. See that? Boom. Since you know what you seeing on the footage, knew what time these people in the car. Now watch this. This would be a perfectly time. Perfectly time to have Kenneka in the car and would be taking pictures of her. This would be the perfect time to do that. Cause look who's showing up. When you had a 36-hour footage, and nobody debunk you, bruh. So, with all of that being said, gang, look.
Bitch. So why y'all ain't tell the family about this part? Oh, y'all thought I wasn't gonna come back. Y'all thought after that preview, oh, that nigga taking mighty motherfucking long time. The country he said it was a preview. That nigga taking mighty long time. Oh, he finished. That email shit finished. Shit me. Y'all ain't know it's by now. I play shit by chess, not motherfucking checkers. Y'all ain't figured that shit out by now. See, I like when a smart dummy play games. A fucking smart dummy.
So make a long story short, if you watch the footage like we have and all the rest of the YouTubers, when I got that letter, look who stood out for me. Revel TV and 54 Keys and a couple of other YouTubers. And look who we had to go against. The main op. And then when I got the letter, look at this video. Look what all he focusing on.
Look what they doing.
See that? Look what time they watching this at. Check this out. Boom. Go right back to one song.
I believe this time frame goes to. Oh, it's not showing the name of it, no.
See that? Hi, y'all.
All right.
But yeah, gang, I'm gonna get on about this John. I'm gonna go live later on tonight. I just wanted to show y'all the video that I put together. It put everything together. I mean, what? Bree caught up. Now we officially got the 2 timestamp. I knew that when I was off an hour, and I was like, man, the movement still right on the footage, but the movement still ain't matching up with the narrative. It's like it's still off. Now look how everything makes sense. Look, check this out. I thought 54 Keys had my back too at the time. But if you really think about it, look, let me come back on the screen. Now you see why she had to speak up. She had no choice but to speak up, bruh. Cause look what it was causing. Look, if I would have known the things that I know now while all of this stuff was going on, bruh, it would have been really over with. Come on, man. That lady had to speak up like, look, man, stop messing with that man, bruh. Do not be, she know not to beef with me. She know what's up, bruh. You see what I'm saying? She already know. Man, I'm gonna put some fire. Man, I got some fire. So she better sit her ass down somewhere, cause she know this ain't what she want, bruh. She thought like, man, look, I'm gonna play it cool. Trey Gang, look, I got your back. But the whole time, you the op. You trying to, you know what I'm saying? Cause you don't want to be on the radar. Cause all of this gonna put everybody on the radar. If you beefing with me, look what it's gonna expose. Eventually, what it's gonna expose? What is exposing now? See what I'm saying? Check this out. If you think I'm lying, 54 Key made a video about Chosen King, and she got the original video when Chosen King walked in the hotel, in the kitchen. In the kitchen. She got a video. Watch this. I bet she won't break that down now. For all the stuff we know now, I bet you she won't break it down now. I bet she ain't gonna break that video down now. She'll probably delete it. 9 times out of 10, I bet you say she'll delete that video right now. Go right now, gang. Go look at that video and find Chosen King when she talked about Chosen King. And once you find that video about Chosen King, go to the Man video when she found him on Facebook. And look at the girlfriends and look at the lifestyle they were living before the Kenneka Jenkins case, right? Go back to all that. You see what I'm saying? Go back to all of that, bro. Hi, y'all. So yeah, man, Trey Gang, man, y'all be cool, y'all be safe, and Trey Gang to be right back. Appreciate all the love and the support, gang. I appreciate everybody thumbing the video up. I would stay long, but I gotta let this marinate on y'all, and I'ma just release the video. And once I release that video, cause I got some videos I'm finna release. Let me see. I got a couple of videos I can release. I can release about 2-3 videos right now. I can release 2-3 videos right now and another 4 later on. You see what I'm saying? That's how many videos I got, bro. I just need everybody to put it out there, cause I ain't finna be sitting here making no videos not for no entertainment purposes, bro. You see what I'm saying? Matter of fact, I'm gonna do like what I was going to do. I'm dropping the videos in the group. You feel what I'm talking about? Cause that's where I'm gonna be in my group. Cause the information that I got, I can't share it online. Cause if I do, my channel already gone. So you kiss that goodbye. You kiss that goodbye, gang. That's why I need everybody in that group, bro. But hey, it's all good in love. You know what I'm talking about? You gotta join that, y'all. But until then, man, Trey Gang love y'all, man. Y'all be cool and y'all be safe. And we'll be back later on tonight. You did want them out.